What's up, YouTube? RGB945 here, and we're trying something a little different today. Moving forward, I do want to continue to do gaming related things, but not just Pokemon, so expect that in the future. For today, we're going to do a review on a game called Pacify. Let's take a look. So before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, don't forget to leave a like, and maybe even leave a comment. Anyways, yeah, let's get started with today's review. So, the game is called Pacify. It's been out since 2019. It's got pretty mixed reviews. I mean, there's harsh critics, then there's nice critics. Honestly, this game we'll get to how I feel about it at the end, but let's start it off, right? So it starts off as a regular day in your neighborhood. No birds are chirping, no neighbors around to help, and you decide to sneak into a house with an evil presence. Yep, regular Tuesday for me. So what's your backstory, if you even have one? Well, you do. It's very simple. You just signed up with the PAH Inc., which stands for Paranormal Activity Helpers. Yes, this is corny, but in this pandemic, everyone's desperate for a job.
When do we beat Mexico at the border? They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
They took our jobs!
That's right, a lot of people up there can't get jobs. They can't get jobs, because there are no jobs.
So, you've been tasked to clear the house of the evil, so the house can be put on the market for sale. Alright, that's very simple. I don't remember reading that in the fine print, but you know what? This is why we read our contracts, right? Anyways, once the game starts, first of all, you realize that all the doors and windows are locked. So you can't climb, you don't jump very high, and you can't Spider-Man doohickeys.
Dude, are you sure you want to do this?
Yes. I have to do whatever it takes to save Spider-Man from Sony.
So you have to find an alternate way in. You'll find an opening entrance on the floor that of course leads to the basement. Like any other game, you'll want to explore the house to find out what your objectives are. As you open more doors and you explore more of the house, you'll find these notes everywhere, like on the table, and you'll realize that what's been going on in this house. There's a living dead girl who's been possessed, and she has dolls locked in the attic. Now, what's the objective here, right? The objective is simple. You have to find the dolls that are trapped in a room, burn them in the broiler to weaken the evil spirit, and capture the girl. Yes, capture the girl. Yeah. In order for you to explore the house fully, you'll need to find specific keys to open the doors in the house. For example, there's a basement key, there's an attic key, there's a hall key, there's a main key, there's a shoe key, there's a bathroom key. Oh my god, I can go on forever, but there's a key almost for every room. Okay, so and then there's only one key for each of those. So like if somebody finds the basement key, only they can go into the basement and open all the doors. If somebody finds the attic key, only that one person can go into the attic and open the doors, right? So make sure whoever has that key to open all the doors adjacently, so that nobody's just stuck when they're being hunted. And yes, haunted. So as you find these keys, you'll also notice that you can pick up other items, such as matches, wood, keys, of course, and dolls. Yes, I said dolls. So, why are dolls important in this game? So, here's the thing. There's two types of dolls. Normal looking dolls and creepy looking dolls, right? So, the possessed girl will behave normal. Like, if you walk into the house and you see her, she's just wobbling around. Yes, she's wobbling. She doesn't walk. But she's wobbling around in like some white ghost looking outfit that your mom would make you for Halloween if you guys were broke. And she's just nothing, right? But at some point, she turns evil, she howls at the moon, and she floats around the house kind of at a moderate speed and trying to look for you. Now, here's the thing about this boss monster. It can open any doors in the house to find you. So, if you thought that you can go lock yourself in the bathroom, well, I have something for you. It doesn't matter if it's the ladies' or the guys' bathroom. This chick is going in.
Wally, it's Amy Squirrel.
Amy? What are you doing? Get out of here!
This will just take a sec.
Also, if she catches you, you get turned into a doll. That's it. So You can be saved, however, by either you or your ally giving her a normal looking doll. So if you were to be holding a normal looking doll and she grabs you, you instantaneously just give her the doll. If you get grabbed, one of your buddies can come by, interact with her, and she'll be holding the doll now. This basically, you pacify her, right? You calm her down. She's distracted until the next time she decides to hunt again.
Thank you all. Your love has broken the curse and freed my soul. I'll never have to kill again.
Really? Nah, I'm just screwing with you.
So you lose if everyone gets turned into a doll. Here's the thing though, you don't die. Instead, you get turned into a doll. You drop all your items like keys, wood, matches, everything that you had, but you can continue to explore the house and move. Now, you may be thinking, well, if I can't do anything, then what's the point? Well, you cannot interact with anything except the broiler in the basement. But letting your allies know where the girl is or helping them find the creepy dolls becomes useful, and here's why. Once you open the room with the dolls, they leave. And it's your job to find them. And here's the other thing, it's dark inside the house. And not only is it dark, but your flashlight is as dim as a Happy Meal toy. So good luck finding these things, right? It's not impossible, but it's just that there is no trail of them. They spawn in different areas. And here's the other thing. They move locations after a while. So yes, it can become rather difficult, especially if you're playing by yourself. Now, as I mentioned before, as a doll, you cannot interact, right? But you can interact with the broiler in the basement, and basically, that broiler is used to burn the creepy dolls. But if the broiler is still on, you can interact with it so that you can go back to normal. Think of it as an extra man or a continue. Every time you burn a doll, the game gets a little difficult. A little bit more difficult than before, and the evil presence screams vengefully and mandatorily hunts for you. So if the evil spirit were to be holding a doll and it was calm, or it was just calm to begin with, the minute you burn one of the dolls, it starts hunting for you. It just does. And the other thing is, if it was already hunting for you, it'll stop, it'll do its vengeful scream, and then continue to hunt. I mean, there's nothing more to it. Once you have one doll left though, however, it was almost impossible for us to finish the stage, and here's why. So not only is she in hunt mode, but her speed is increased by 3 stages. Think of it as like something in Pokemon, right? You also almost have no time to save yourself from being turned into a doll once she grabs you. So if she grabs you and you have a doll, she takes it from you. But I believe you have about 1 to 2 seconds to get away before she decides to hunt you again. Yes, that's not a lot of time, right? That's really not a lot of time. But here's the thing. So what we managed to do for us, and this is what worked for us, was at the beginning of the game, right? Go to the room where the broiler is at, and you want to put as many regular dolls as possible by the stairs. The other thing is, when you have 2 dolls left to burn, make sure you have both in your possession and you burn them back to back. And if you do that, this almost gives the evil presence hardly any time to come find you. And if she does, someone just has to take one for the team. So what are the cons, right? So it's short, it's a very short game, and if you played this before, you can probably speed run this in under 10 minutes, which kind of ruins the game. Another thing is, once you figure out how to beat her, it's a repetitive chore, which, I mean, I guess you can't really change that, right? I mean, you grab the wood, light the furnace, burn the doll. Grab the wood, light the furnace, burn the doll. Grab the wood, light the furnace, burn the doll. Hey, grab the wood, light the furnace, burn the doll. Hey, grab the wood, light the furnace, burn the doll. Hey. Anyways, One last con that I have for this is that it's not really a new idea, right? So this is just basically something else tailored into this game. The only thing is, and this is actually a pro, is that it actually has co-op. So not many scary games give you both single player and co-op player together. Most of the time you're stuck by yourself, or you're forced to play with a certain number of people you probably don't know or would even share your Netflix password with.
Why are you doing this to us?
So what are the pros? Overall, and so what are the pros? And this is actually my final thoughts on this game. Overall, it's fun for about a good hour, and man. So this is a jump scare at its best, and here's why. While you're looking for objectives, if she manages to grab you, oh my god, the sound that follows the grab and then the zoom into her face, both interactions together just make it so that it's a jump scare. And even though you know it's coming, it doesn't matter, you still get jump scared, and that's like one of the good things about this. Oh! She got me. The graphics are well done. It's basically black and white with hints of color in certain areas, and they do an exceptional job in getting a scary type of atmosphere. There is no in-game music, but there are lots and lots of scary sounds to infuse the scary theme. So like for instance, there's squeaky footsteps like you would in like an old creaky apartment. There's baby doll laughter, and in the evil house when the hunt is about to begin. This game has overall full controller support. I don't play on controller, so I can't really testify for that, but I do have mouse and keyboard, and it feels just like any other WASD mouse and keyboard interaction and everything. So it's nothing, the controls do not make this game unpleasant. Overall, it's pretty fun with minor things that obviously, you know, things can't be perfect. So try it out yourself. You may or may not like it, but leave a comment in the comment section below letting me know how you feel about the game.
You wanted to see what we did with her? We've been studying her and running some experiments. She is really powerful. So for your next job, there was a house that a couple died in, the Withers residence. A former pizza delivery man says there's definitely something. She can't get out.
So there is another map. I'm gonna go briefly over it, and it's because it wasn't really my favorite. Not to say that, you know, for anybody out there maybe likes this map, but for us, it felt more like tedious work than it felt fun. So Pacify was the same thing, right? Like the first map with the girl, same thing. I mean, it felt a little tedious, but it was fun and it was jump scare and everything. The second map, however, you have to. So here's the thing. You knock out chickens, you poison them, and then you feed them to like a possessed whatever this thing is, and he eats them, and he or she eats them. And now after a certain amount of chickens, they pass out, and then you take that body with you and they imprison it. That's it. There is an area where you can heal if the thing attacked you, because if this thing grabs you, it eats, I guess, part of you, and then, you know, you move along, you slow down, you go to this area, you heal, you continue the mission, and you have to. And it's not even that there's even anything scary about this. It's just that there isn't anything scary about this. Like, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, no, there wasn't. And not only do you have to feed it chickens, but this takes forever, because it's not like there's 40 chickens in the front that you can knock out and this and that, right? So you have to go in the front, wait for chickens to spawn, knock them out, poison them, feed them, go back to the front and do the exact same thing again. And here's the other thing. That thing that's walking around eating chickens, it could go to the front. It could also eat healthy chickens, and if it eats a healthy chicken, it restores health. one thing that was a pet peeve for us, there's no way to know if we're even getting closer. Like the more we fed him the poison chickens, the longer this felt like we were gonna be here for. And eventually we got it down, and we did the task. It was okay, but to be honest, stick to the first map. That's all you're gonna have. That's really what you're buying the game for. The second map, it's a little just tedious work. But that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, and as always, happy streaming, YouTube.
We are very excited that you were able to catch her. This is the first time we have encountered this type of spirit. She has been taken over by an entity with an insatiable desire for food. As long as we keep her well fed, she seems happy. Be ready for your next mission. We will contact you soon with the details.